Good morning, children. Saira, welcome to this session. Today we are going to see the last part of this lesson, cell biology and biotechnology. 5 parts we have finished. We have come to the end of the lesson. We learnt about so many things in this lesson, importance of biotechnology in farming and all those. We learnt about green revolution, blue and white revolution. Okay, so we finished till this. Now let us continue the last part of this lesson, cell biology and biotechnology. Okay, now we're coming to the fertilizers. There are two types of fertilizers are used in agriculture. We know there are two types of fertilizers. One is the organic manure and the other is the chemical fertilizer. Which one we prefer, children? Organic manure is much better than the chemical fertilizers. Water holding capacity on of the soil improves with soil conservation due to use of manures. You all know this. Okay. So water holding capacity of soil improves when we use soil conservation. When we use the manure, the water the soil holds more water and it becomes beneficial for the crops because of the water. So there are two types of fertilizers we learned. The upper layer of soil is essential in agriculture, is formed due to humus formation. This we have learnt in our lower standard itself. It is called as the humus, which is very fertile, the upper layer. Various essential elements like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium can be available to crops due to earthworms and fungi. In soilless farming, that is hydroponics, liquid chemical fertilizers are used. However, there are more harmful effects of liberal use of chemical fertilizers. It includes decrease in fertility of soil. This we have already learned. When we use chemical fertilizers, even the plants also absorb these fertilizers, and that is harmful for the plants, as well as the fertility of the soil also will reduce. Okay, decreases the fertility of soil. Okay, and various essential elements like nitrogen, phosphorus can be available in the crops due to what? Earthworms and fungi. What is soilless farming called as? Hydroponics. And liquid chemical fertilizers are used. However, when you use lot of chemical fertilizers, it decreases the fertility of the soil. Okay, now continue. See, this is the fertilizers and insecticides, which we can use the manure, organic one. Okay, now insecticides. Though the natural immunity of plants can prevent the infections, use of insecticides is under control. We have learnt about this. Okay, so though the natural immunity of plants can prevent the infections, there is even human being also, some small diseases come, we have the power to fight against the disease. That is, the immunity is there, but still, the natural, even in the plants, there is the natural immunity of plants can prevent the infection, but still we are using a lot of insecticides is under our control. Okay, irrespective of the natural fence of farmers like frogs and insectivorous birds, pesticides are used in large scale for increase in yields. Okay, we use pesticides to increase the yields because to safeguard our plants. Okay, irrespective of natural fence of farmers like frogs and insectivorous plants. Okay, so these are the friends of farmers, you call them as a frog, they are needed. Pesticides are used in large scale to increase in yield. So when you want to get a good yield, you have to use insecticides and pesticides for getting good yield. Okay, pesticides are in fact a type of poison, but it is a type of poison. It is not that you good for us also. The poison enters the food web through water and food, and its biomagnification occurs. Various pesticides like DDT, malathion, chloropyrifos, etc. have been proved to be dangerous. Okay, there are some chemical pesticides which are dangerous like that. So everything manure, everything organic is preferred. This DDT, malathion, etc. are causing disturbance in the food web and food cycle, and it's becoming dangerous because it is not good for the animals as well as other insects and animals. Okay, Now coming to organic farming. This is best method which we all prefer to, isn't it? Instead of using chemical fertilizers, all will prefer organic food. Now it is being sold in all the malls, everywhere you get this organic food products, isn't it? Nowadays organic farming and organic products have become buzzwords. Organic products are being available and demand for them is ever increasing. You all know this. Okay, chemical fertilizers and pesticides have been used on large scale. These poisonous chemicals reach the human body through food and water, and their adverse harmful effects on human and environment became apparent. This you all know. We get many skin diseases and many even some cancer and some diseases are mostly got with the chemical fertilizers and pesticides which are used on a very large scale, and when we consume those food it becomes it has got an adverse effect on the human body. So we have to prefer organic food, okay, which where they don't use the chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Okay, various problems like soil fertility and pest infestation have become serious. So as to overcome these problems, farmers are opting for organic farming. This is best now, which is one, organic farming, because there is a loss of the soil fertility and pest infestation has become very serious matter. So to overcome all these problems, which one the farmers are using? Organic farming. It includes complete ban on chemical fertilizers and pesticides and use of local sturdy varieties and thereby maintaining natural balance. So when we use organic organic manure, we can maintain the balance of the nature, isn't it? So definitely this is a welcome decision. So using this organic farming, this organic farming is a gift for us. This can prevent all the diseases which are caused due to this insecticides, pesticides, and even there is loss of this decrease in the soil fertility because of this pesticides and insecticides. So to avoid that, farmers are opting for which farming? Organic farming. So in this they completely ban the chemical fertilizers and pesticides and use the natural manures like the cow dung. Okay, so thereby the natural balance in the nature can be maintained. So this is a welcome decision. That is a good deal which is used better than the using the pesticides and the chemical pesticides and the insecticides. You can see here, this is we have been to the places where they use all these, isn't it? Oil cake and the vermiculture. They use with the help of earthworm, isn't it? Okay. Now next is the apiculture. You all know what is apiculture? It is the beekeeping. Yes. You must have seen the beehive. Worst method of harvesting, collecting the honey from these hives is driving away the bees by smoking the hive with a burning torch and cutting the hive into pieces. This is the worst thing, children. Okay, what they do, it is the house of the bee. They collect so many, for one drop of honey, so many times they have to go into the flower, okay, and collect the honey and they build the beehive, isn't it? And what do people do? They for collecting the honey, they drive the bees by smoking the hive. They put fire below it, so that with the burning torch, and and when they keep the fire below it, and all the bees fly away from that, and they cut the hive into pieces. They squeeze that hive and take the honey. This method causes the destruction of hive and large scale death of bees. So when when we do that, some of the bees die in that heat, okay, that burning fire. Many die and many will be sticking to that honeycomb itself, and then they will die in that. However, it is easy to collect the honey without destroying the hive and bees if artificial bee box are used. So when we went to some excursion or picnic also, we have seen this artificial hive box. Okay, so in that this box they collect um, the bee box. They make the artificial, instead of destroying the hive, they can use the artificial boxes. Bee box are used to collect the honey instead of destructing the hive. Okay, you can see here, this is the artificial. See, this is like a plate. In this you can see how nicely the bees are sitting on this, and you can collect the honey very easily instead of destroying the hive. This is the apiculture artificial bee box. Okay, cultivation of medicinal plants. This is also a very important part. India has been gifted with great biodiversity. We learnt in the fourth lesson about biodiversity, isn't it? Indian citizens have established a humble and strong relation with the nature. We have a great tradition of Ayurveda that cures the disease with the help of natural source. See, we are unaware of this concept. When we get any fever or any cold, cough, immediately we run to the doctor and he gives us allopathy medicine. So, but India is gifted with biodiversity. We have a lot of Ayurvedic plants, but we are not aware of it and of its goodness. So we have a strong relation with the nature. Okay, and this Ayurveda that cures many diseases with this natural source instead of taking chemicals. What is this tablets? It is all made up of chemicals. Okay, so that will have side effects later on. Now it can cure your disease, but later it will have some side effects. So instead of that, we can take cure. We can use the natural herbs like tulsi, adulsa. Okay, and so many other plants are there. Aloe vera is there. Okay, so many we have learnt in the fourth lesson about this plants, which are medicinal plants, which are widely used in India. Okay, during earlier days, medicinal plants were collected from the forest. However, due to depletion in forest area, medicinal plants are becoming rare. This all we have done in fourth lesson. Hence, medicinal plants are being cultivated. It has to be cultivated. Before, we used to get it freely in the forest, but now, due to their depletion of forest area, we have to cultivate this medicinal plants, because before we were getting this medicinal plants freely in the nature, in the forest, but now due to the less amount of forest becoming rare, okay, these medicinal plants are also becoming, the forest size is decreasing, isn't it? So we have to plant this medicinal plants so that we can get benefit from them. See, one of this is adulsa. Name of the active ingredient is Vaseline, present in the leaves. It helps to cure the cough. This is one example given of the plant. Okay. Now last part what we are going to learn is the fruit processing. I know this we all know. If you preserve this fruit for a long, any fruits, it cannot be preserved for a long time. It will get spoiled. So instead, when you make it into some product like jams, juices, syrups, jellies, and preserve it, it can be preserved for a longer time. We are daily using various products prepared from fruits. All are consuming the products like chocolates, juices, jams, and jellies. All these products can be produced by processing of fruits. Fruits are perishable agro-produce. You know this, they will get perished very easily. So it has to be made into some products so that it can be preserved. Okay. It needs the processing in such a way that it can be used throughout the year. So even when you don't have the season, you can eat mango jellies, mango juices. You get the taste of the fruit by processing and using it throughout the year. Fruit processing includes various methods ranging from storage in cold storage to drying, salting. You can dry the amla, you get it, isn't it? Dry the amla and keep. And salting, you can make achar, you can make pickles and keep. And airtight packaging is done. Preparing murabba. Okay, murabba means put it into the sugar syrup. Okay, evaporating. So there are some methods we are using to make it it will increase the life of it, it can be processed so that you can use it throughout the year. Okay, so see the example of it. You can see this mango juice, mango producing processing unit, where they make the mango juice and they make this jellies and keep, so that you can get the taste of it even when there is no season of it. Okay, so this mango juice, when you have it in the off season, when you don't have mango, so we can have the fruit juices and get and relish it. Okay, so this lesson, cell biology, is a very simple lesson. Small topics are there: cell biology and biotechnology. Cell biology is nothing in that, only stem cells and what is the use of the stem cells, embryonic stem cells, all these we learned. Okay, and we learned about the uses of this stem cells and body donation, organ donation, that much only you have to learn. And coming under biotechnology is all simple things where all biotechnology is used in crops, in okay, in animal husbandry, production of vaccines and medicines, human health, and about in the plants, green revolution, white blue revolution, and how in this unit we learned about how it can be used as a fertilizer and insecticides, organic farming, all general topic it is. You can write, even if you don't learn this, you can write on your own itself. Okay, so need not learn word to word, only uses of biotechnology, all that you learn it thoroughly. And organic farming, fruit processing, all these medicinal plants, all these, it is general topic. Anything you can write, you will get marks, but it has to be to the topic. Okay, it has to be, and the point should be relevant, then you surely get the marks. You need not by heart the topic. Okay children, hope you all understood this lesson. So we will continue the next lesson in the next video. Thank you children. Take care. Sai Ram.